Hi there, guys. Mrs. King here, wanting to give you a few tips on how to make your year in Latin successful, how to get the most out of it. And number one, if you have the knowledge of your vocab words, which I sent this out. This is a list of every vocabulary word. Now, are they in your book? Of course, they're in your book. There are 10 words every week that you're being introduced to, four different verbs. It's four different parts of a verb and two parts for a noun. Prepositions are just by themselves. And so these adjectives have three forms, but these vocabulary words are the key for you finding the stem and the key for you to enjoying the class. So learning vocabulary is key, which is why I created PowerPoints to give you an image to imprint it on your brain. The other thing that helps, and please print these out, have them in the car or wherever you go so that you can look at a word and remember it. Check your email for that. Also, if you got the book, which I hope you did, every week you can look at the vocabulary words all printed out. That will help. But secondly, what's going to help you have success with the word is memorizing the endings. Take a look at the screen, and you're going to see right here that I've got verb endings that I just emailed to everybody. Yours are the present, the imperfect, and the future. Now, I'd like you to have your own chart so that you can take a green highlighter and highlight the endings like I did for mine. What we're looking for is for the endings to pop out for you. So O, S, and T, mus, tis, and nt. Those are subject pronouns. As you know, there are 7 subject pronouns, right? That's our Shirley Grammar chant. And they're found here in the present tense. They go on the end of the stem, the subject pronouns at the end, and you memorize OST, mus, tis, nt, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, all, they. We learn a lot of our important information through chanting and singing. This is the way yours looks. Please make a copy of it, put it in a page protector. And the other thing I want you to print is this. It's a big view of all the verbs. This is the first kind of verb and the second kind. These two are what we're going to be dealing with in this in this text. And then a quick overview of present and imperfect and future. That's all this class is going to introduce your child to. They will know it inside and out, guaranteed, because of how we're going to teach it here. So they just want to color those endings, OST, mus, tis, unt, with the green marker. If they want to get their yellow highlighter, they can highlight the word person and the tense in yellow. And then what I did was I took orange and I did the helping verbs in orange. That's what I did. So just the present tense, if you can go ahead and copy off the big overview, and then this one for verbs. Also that goes with verbs is this sheet, the verb conjugation sheet. And every vocabulary list is going to introduce us to verbs. And with that, what we're going to do is we're going to conjugate the verb. Now, today we conjugated enter, and you're going to put your 4 principal parts up at the top, just like we did. And it says to conjugate a verb, here's the instructions. We go to the infinitive. The infinitive is the second principal part right here. It says cross out the RE. Every infinitive has an RE. It ends in RE. You're going to cross it out so you can find your stem. Latin's all about stems and endings. You write the stem there. It's defined there. And then you add your personal endings, which is OST, mus, tis, nt, just like that. So you're writing it 6 times, you're adding the endings, and then you say what it means. So O means I, and intra means enter. S means you, and intra means enter, and so on. T means he, she, or it, not all 3. And intra means enter. So they just get used to these subject pronouns. So please copy those off. Additionally, I've just created for every word list a few sentences. They're actually just one-word sentences. And I want them to look at the ending and answer 3 questions. These 3: person, number, and tense. And so the person is either first, second, or third. The number is either singular or plural, and the tense is either present, imperfect, and future. We don't learn these till lesson 14. So we're just dealing very simply with the present, and then they translate it. They learn that there's 3 different ways to translate it using our helping verbs up here. So I have created little videos, shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to do the exercise anytime during the week, but it's just to strengthen the vocabulary words that they just learned. If you could have those printed off, and then next week we're going to deal with nouns. So for that, what I need are the noun declension form. Here it is. I just emailed this. And again, we're only dealing with the first kind of noun, the second, and the second neuter. Very simply, this is an introduction. My sheet looks like this. I took my pink highlighter and I colored these pink. I just want to go slow. This is what we're going to be doing next week, chapter 2. So if you can copy this off for the children, and then we'll be coloring these. Again, why I developed a color coding system is there's a lot of endings. It can get kind of overwhelming and confusing. So I wanted to make it just draw their attention to the word itself. So if the endings are colored and the stems aren't, then they can see whether a word is operating as the subject. It's going to have that ending. Or unfortunately, some of these endings are the same. So we have to use our process of deduction to determine whether it's operating as the possessive noun or the indirect object, but I'll teach them that. I'll teach them how to do this. Needless to say, I need this chart right here. Yours is not colored. It looks like this. Please have that copied, and the overview. This. Sorry about that glare. The overview here. It just helps them get a big picture. And then last but not least with that, the noun declension form. I'm going to show them how to deal with each word and how it operates in a sentence here, explaining what these words mean. Yeah, that sounds kind of, it's really very systematic and sequential. And my favorite part is also learning the derivatives. So I've been going over some vocab with them through PowerPoints. Also, I have connected all the derivatives to vocabulary.com, and I sent that link in there. So if kids click onto that, they can see all the derivatives, the English derivatives for lesson 1, amity, fable, all the derivatives in chapter 1, and I need all the chapters. So I hope that helps. If you can print those off for your students, and then play that video I made with the sentences, and I'll see you next time. Okay.